Labor compliance historically relied on physical folders and subjective waiting periods. The 2026 rules replace these manual cues with a system-wide digital grid. The Chapter 2 digital framework moves the procedural burden from the employer's desk directly to the state servers. The Shram Savita portal serves as the central gateway, enforcing every compliance mandate through a single digital interface. Navigating this system requires mapping specific operational obligations across the entire lifespan of a corporate establishment, categorized into 4 phases: inception, maintenance, specialized operations, and closure. This chronological structure allows employers to trigger auto-generation rules that bypass traditional administrative delays. Phase 1 begins with a mandatory digital input. An employer submits Form I on the portal, providing establishment particulars alongside validated identity and address proofs. Completion of the submission initiates a strict 7-day window. The registering officer must process the application and issue the Form 3 certificate within this timeframe. If the officer misses the deadline, the system bypasses human approval, automatically generating the Form 3 certificate, granting registered status by default. Employers who miss the initial 60-day registration window following the notification of these rules are subject to government-specified late fees. Once issued, the non-transferable certificate must be displayed at conspicuous locations within the establishment's premises. Failure to meet these inception requirements allows the registering officer to issue binding orders, directing the employer to comply within a specified timeframe. A complete Form 1 submission ensures the establishment achieves registered status within 7 days, regardless of the manual processing speed of the government office. Establishments currently registered under previous central laws have a 6-month window to update their particulars in the new Form I format. These legacy registrations are protected from abrupt cancellation. The state must provide a 30-day show cause notice sent electronically or by speed post before any such action. Employers are required to quote the updated registration number on all official documents, statutory schemes, and correspondence with the relevant labor offices. The maintenance phase requires updating the portal within 30 days of any structural change to the establishment's particulars. The 7-day fail-safe applies here as well. If the officer does not approve the amendment in time, the system auto-generates the updated Form 3 certificate. The registering officer maintains a back-end record of these issued and amended certificates in Form 5. Maintaining registration involves a recurring cycle of 30-day updates that trigger automated system approvals. Phase 3 applies to specialized sectors, specifically establishments involved in contract labor or building and construction work. These employers must submit Form 6 within 30 days of both starting and finishing these specific operations. This sector requires expanded reporting. The Form 6 notice must be submitted simultaneously to the registering officer and the regional inspector-cum-facilitator. Ceasing these operations requires the employer to certify that all worker dues are paid and that the premises are free from hazardous chemicals and substances. High-risk environments demand this level of dual reporting to ensure physical safety and financial compliance are tracked by multiple authorities. A specific proviso in the rules distinguishes mining operations from all other specialized categories. Mining compliance operates on prior notice. Unlike standard sectors, mines must submit Form 7 at least 30 days before taking operational action. This prior notice covers several phases: commencement and reopening, cessation and abandonment, or the final mine closing. For mines, legal compliance is proactive, requiring clearance before the operational status changes. For standard establishments, Phase 4 begins upon closure. The employer has 30 days to submit Form 2. This submission must include a certificate confirming that all dues and statutory returns have been paid to the workers. The portal then shares this closure data automatically with the Employees Provident Fund Organization and the Employees State Insurance Corporation. Once a complete Form 2 is received, the registering officer has 60 days to electronically issue the Form 4 cancellation certificate. If the officer fails to act within the window, the cancellation is auto-generated by the system. This automated interagency sharing ensures that the establishment is officially and completely dissolved across multiple government silos simultaneously. This completed matrix maps Forms I through V across the entire operational lifecycle, from inception to closure. The integration of strict service-level agreements means that compliance timelines are now enforced by portal algorithms rather than manual discretion. The system's efficiency depends on the employer's precision, particularly in adhering to the 30-day update windows. Specific workflows must also be maintained for high-risk exceptions that trigger the prior and post-notice requirements of Forms 6 and 7. Flawless digital submissions allow the auto-generation mechanics to protect operational timelines from external administrative delays.